Here one more time today, and my name is Gary Fowler, and I am the host of GSD Presents Silicon Valley AI and Tech. I'm a 17-time serial entrepreneur with two unicorns under my belt. I was on the original management team of Click Software, which was sold to Salesforce for 1.35 billion, and also Yva.ai, an AI agent tech company that was sold to Xero in Canada. We believe that intellectual capacity is evenly spread around the world, but opportunities are not. So it's great to have each and every one of you on the show today. You there, Alessandro?
Hey, hi,
Good,
hello.
good to see you, Alessandro. How are you doing today?
Good to see you. Well, let me move where I have not too much brightness on the back. I've been running a little bit because the only day we're gonna be connected, probably, or maybe not, my neighborhood, my house was without Wi-Fi service, so it's being a run against the time. Um, well, here I am. Thank
Yeah, no,
you with
it's
your
great
pro-
to have you here, and I'm in a Starbucks right now myself because of the same issue. So it's
Actually, I
great to
can,
have
I can I can hear the cappuccino coming, and is a noise that is very familiar for me as Italian. The coffee machine and the cappuccino machine, the same. So that noise for me is very familiar.
no, it's great to have you here. So Alessandro is one of the top tailors for writers in the world. He's got an incredible background. He was a mechanical engineer for 10 years and then moved into tailoring and is now world renowned as a tailor to the equestrian stars. So it's great to have you on the show today. So Alessandro, tell us a little bit about your journey. What did it take to go from being a mechanical engineer to a tailor?
Well, Gary, what it take? I feel like in every business or in every moment of our life, when we want something, when we really desire something, we have a dream. So, what it takes to make it happen? A lot of work, a lot of determination, a lot of passion, a little bit of luck, because let me be honest, I think also I've been lucky in my life, but I also think that luck is not just coming like this any moment. So, you have to look for it. You have to work also for that. That is my opinion. So, yeah, like you said, engineering, that was my first 8 9 years of my professional career was engineering, because that's how I studied, and that's how I worked for 8 years, approximately 9 years. But I find out at a certain moment that there was something else I can do. There was something else that I had a call, maybe. As engineer, the job I was doing was being sitting all day in front of my computer on my drawing table where you design, thinking, doing formula and everything. And the interaction with the other people was very limited. I am a person, as you know me a little bit, that I really like to be with people, interact directly with people, and I can probably get the best from it. So, well, listen, one day I had an opportunity, and I saw it probably right away, because I get to enter into this, let's say, equestrian world. The equestrian world is like a very big like word, but this was a niche of into the equestrian world. I mean, the Olympics, the Formula One. Now you have it in America, in Miami. You had it before also in other places, in Texas, I think. But the Formula One of the equestrian. So that top of the pyramid, really the best one. Uh, I don't want to make so long this a story, but I enter on this world from a side door, and then I find out that there is something I can do, something I can add to this world.
So, how was it dealing? You deal with some of the wealthiest people on the planet Earth. So how was it coming in, breaking into that world with them and developing a relationship and friendships? And I know you've had these relationships a long time, but how was that?
But listen, okay, to end up and finish a little bit the previous conversation. So entering this world and seeing there was something missing, and this was fine details clothing for the rider, for the equestrian. Exactly. Put your glasses like they're not. uh, an idea came to me right away. I said, why I don't introduce the fine Italian clothing, the Italian fashion into the equestrian? That was something that was not existing. Okay, people were wearing, like, I talk about the riding coat, just the riding coat. Okay, a tailor-made, like my company name now, Italian handmade coat was not existing. I grew up, my dad has been a tailor for all his life. I grew up so around sewing machine. I never been really interested or curious about. But probably I got something from that. There was something around turning because since I was a child, my mom helping my father sewing, and my dad drawing, designing the clothing on the fabric was. I had that feeling right now. So probably this one, together with the luck. This is the lucky part also. One of the luck I had to born and grow up in Italy, where you are surrounded from beauty, architecture, fashion, people dressing well. Everywhere you go, you see a beautiful, like, historical building. So if you have something inside you, and this is coming from my childhood, and if you keep seeing this art and beautiful things around you, I think is can just motivate you and enrich your taste. Then so I get into this idea. I start to work on making the first tailor-made, handmade Italian riding coat. And from that moment, the jump has been long but very quick. Yes, to answer to your second question, this gave me the luck to be in touch with a lot of wealthy people all around the world. Because listen, my brand is being recognized still from Japan to South Africa to South America, Australia, North America, where I am now, all over the world, Middle East, all over the world. I've been traveling the last 25 years all over the world, invited from royal families, from celebrity, from, I mean, I don't like to talk and making names is not polite, it's not nice, but yeah, and in a certain way, I I always try also to use this as a, who knows. I meet these people, I keep it in my mind, also because I keep seeing them. Some of them, they become from client, from customers, they become client. Those that you see all the time, and with the days, with the years passing, I keep in contact with a lot of these important people. And who knows, it's better, always better to know people that one day maybe could be somehow useful for something, me for them for me, is a database very, very important.
So now, how did you go down through and so going down through it, you went from a mechanical engineer, moved into tailoring. How did you raise your funds to be able to sustain yourself until your business took off, or did you do them both at the same time?
Good, bravo, bravo, bravo. Good question. Listen, believe me, um, I didn't have any money when I started. Zero means zero. Like, I had my engineer job, a little bit of money. I had to start a new business. Always being my own. Okay, always working my own all my life. Um, Nothing. I just, believe me, I sold the first coat to my client, and with that money, I was able to buy the material for the second and the third one. I produced the second and third one. I'm heard some money. And with that money, I can, so slowly, step by step, I believe, I think I remember that the only time in my life I borrowed some money was from a very close friends to me, but like little money to give to my tailor, that together we were opening the tailoring studio that we still have today in Italy, 25 years more than 25 years later, to buy the first sewing machine. So I want to start, and I met this guy that I know the mom already. I was working with her in another tailoring studio. She told me, I have a son, he's a study as a tailor, he want to start, I can help him. What if we do something together? So I find some money, I give it to them, and I say, buy what you need, and you pay me back with the work. So you make me the riding costs, you don't charge me, you know? And this is how I start. And then step by step. I know here in America, like, especially nowadays, you start a business, you need to look for the capital first to invest. At that time, my family didn't have the opportunity to help me, even if they always did everything they can for me, like every parents do for their kids. So I just step by step start. And I bring this company to be founded in 98, and nobody know the company. And today, thank the work I did, thank God, when I'm walking someone and I just mention my name, because maybe the new generation, they don't know me in person. Oh, you are. Oh, really? Is you? No way. So that make my heart really like, and my parents also, trust me, my dad has been in this field, so he's very proud of what I achieved, because I coming from a little village of 2,000 people in north of Italy, in Piedmont. Okay, Piedmont means at the bottom of the mountain. And now the name is all over the world. All over the world. I'm not kidding. And has been a long journey, but very, like, made me happy, made me proud, but I keep going. I'm not done. Don't think I'm sitting and just waiting. No. That's not what I am. So listen, engineering to fashion, good question. But I was designing, I was inventing, I was drawing, and that's what I'm doing today. But I do with the clothing. So it's a less formula, maybe, less algebra, but is design, style, thinking, good, the look, and you put something together that you feel represent your client, something that talk about him. Because what I always say to my client is, don't let, you don't need to wear the clothing. The clothing has to wear you. Like, they have to talk about who you are, your personality. So it's you, it's not your clothing. When you walk into a place, your clothing has to talk about who you are. That's why I believe on the tailor-made, on the unique pieces, on the personalization of the garments.
Now, what about, so if you talk without mentioning names, so you have a celebrity or ultra high net worth individual, how did you develop a relationship to the point that they wanted to buy clothes from you?
Well, listen, if the people know me, I don't need to develop anything, because they know me. So they walk to me because they know what they want. They look for me, say, I need something, I need this, please help me. So that is easy. If I get to know someone that is not my client yet, he doesn't know who I am, what I did, my company, well, what I said before, you walk in a place and your clothing are talking for you. Believe me, so many times I just need to step into a place with my clothing, what I usually wear, and this is the first already, like, big, like I say, my big and most powerful business card. They see me, They see how I dress, and they come to me, or the wife of the guy is coming. Oh my God, these clothes are beautiful. Can you have your husband looking like you? They say the clothing, right? You're talking about as a joke. Said, of course, this is what I'm doing. I'm happy to. So I don't like and I don't want convince people to do something. No, uh, they come to me because they know me, because they see how I dress, but they don't know. I don't go to someone that I don't know to beg him to make my, some of my clothing. No, this is not how it works. This is not who I am. I will not be the same result. I cannot, uh, it's like in life. Everything has to come from the person. You cannot put inside someone else, and force them to do something. But you have to work around and generate everything to make this happen, but from the other side. And this is like my style, how I dress. People see it and they feel like, oh, that's nice. I would like it. Let me ask this guy where he's getting his clothing, and that's it. So, and then it's easy, It's easy. Well, what I usually do, what I always working for me, is not just, all right, come here, take your measurement, and I make you this. No, 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 no. If I don't know a person, is my first time with a client, we sit down, we talk. I want to know the personality. I want to know, depending from what he want, okay? I want to make sure that I'm gonna make him something that reflect who this person is. You cannot just like, hey, wear this because you're gonna look good. No, 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 no. Has to be a garment that really reflect who you are. Otherwise, you feel uncomfortable. You're not yourself. You know what I mean? If you're wearing something that you don't feel good, you don't feel secure, that's the worst.
Now, what advice would you give if you go back to your village in Italy? What advice would you give to yourself? So, if you could see yourself as a 14-year-old boy or another kid in your village, what advice would you give to them based on your experiences?
What kind of advice for what? For
To make it, to be able to come out of the village and to do what you do.
listen, since I was a child, and I drove my probably parents a little bit crazy about this. I've always been in the move, gone, gone, gone. This means in a village, even if today with the social media, with the globalization, with the machine and the tools we have, you can reach from nowhere, you can reach all world, right? But my job has made, and my career has made for personal contact in person. And there is only one way to do it. You have to keep going. I've been, traveling the world, I don't know how many times. Trust me, when I land in Japan, I have like a committee, honor committee waiting for me. That I have like such a wonderful friends. Probably one of my best friends is a Japanese guy um, in Japan, and they are amazing people. I love that country and the culture they have, the tradition and everything. Uh, because I've been there like 8 times, I think. So, and I cultivate this relation with the people, human relation, very like seriously. So, from a village, if you want to do something that is huge, your personality is the key of the success. You need to go, because what do you do in a little village with 2,000 people? Listen, I don't I don't forget. I don't deny enough. Like my roots are my roots. I'm going back to my little village every month and a half. I don't live in Italy anymore. All my production, uh, the clothing production, the tailoring, everything is made there. So every month and a half, I go back to see the factory, the people that work with me, my family, and my little village. And I sleep there, in my parents' house, because we cannot forget where we come from. This is diabolic. No, I think you have to respect this, because this is who we are. This is who we are. Well, where we start, okay? Everything starts from there. And probably it's thanks to that we become who we are now. So doesn't matter who I sit down for dinner with, who I visiting. I'm talking about these people that you mentioned before. I am the little village boy like before, and this will never change. But you need to go. You go back anytime, as many times you want. You don't forget. It's in your heart, in the deepest of your heart. But you need to move and make things happen. It's the only way. It's the only way. Today I see too many young people, dreaming and thinking that they can do. Again, the tools we have, they give us opportunity now that they have almost no limit. And you know what I'm talking about, the technology, because you are a Silicon Valley guy, so you know how much you can do sitting in front of your computer, right? Your laptop. In my side, in my job, unfortunately, I'm not so lucky like you. I need to prepare my baggage and jump in a plane and go to see the people.
No, that's great. And what recommendations would you have? Final comments, and then how do people get a hold of you? We've got about 4 minutes left.
So repeat the question, because I didn't understand.
What final comments do you have, and how do people reach you if they're interested in your products or services?
Listen, social media, there is my name on the bottom there, and my company name. And nowadays is, if you want to reach someone, even someone you don't know, is easy. I'm not talking about something secretly, but social media, or GSD, right? Because I hope that
That's right. GSD.com.
Alessandro Albanese will come up easily. And I'm always responding to everyone. Maybe not right away. Anecdote: 3 years ago, a lady from South Africa sent me a text message because someone gave my number to her. Sent me a text message. She was thinking she was talking. Oh no, she wrote in Messenger in Facebook. She was thinking she was talking with someone, the assistant of the company or what. Just because she's a client, she was writing for the son. She want, because she lost some buttons, the buttons of her of the jacket of the son. Okay, thinking that someone is going to answer from the company. I answer in person, introduce myself, and this lady was so happy. So I cannot believe that you answer to this message, a request of some spare bottles, and I took care of the shipment. Well, I tell people to send it, but so doesn't matter. I answer to, for me, a client is a client. Doesn't matter who is, what is doing, or you know what I mean. I don't want to talk about this, but his wallet. No, everyone for me is the same. So I treat everyone in the same way, with respect and with all my pleasure.
No, I appreciate it. Alessandro, thanks for joining my show today. Thanks to all my viewers from all over the world for joining one more time to GSD Presents Silicon Valley AI and Tech. Our exciting entrepreneur, my friend Alessandro Albanese. Check out ALE Tailor Made, and he's got incredible clothes, the best tailored clothes for equestrians on the planet Earth. So check it out. Alessandro, thanks for joining my show, and thanks again, everybody, for joining one more time. And we'll see you again on Thursday for another exciting edition. Thank you very much.